something really cool is happening in the world today, but the news and the media want to tell us that it's not true. So, this quiet quitting epidemic or this loneliness pandemic, where people are just checking out of society and they're being all alone and they're they're uninterested in anything, which it is true, but it's only partially true because what is really cool is that I've talked to a lot of people who are experiencing this and they don't want to work, they don't want to do anything. And at first, my thought was that they're just lazy or they're trying to run away or hide from something. But it's not exactly true because the more that I talk to more people, the more that I realize is that they're just receding away from the bullshit that we have to put up with. And they're not really going home to hide. And they're not quitting their jobs or quitting the societal infrastructures just to because they hate themselves or anything like, or because they're lonely. It's because literally, what do we have out there that is better than anything that we can create at our own home? And it's not that they're uninterested in life, it's that they're literally beginning to experience a better, quieter life in quietude. And this is really cool because I have also experienced this over the last 2 years. Like, I've really receded away from going out and hanging out with people that I don't vibe with anymore, right? Like, I'm beginning to get more connected to whatever the fuck it is. I'm not going to begin to describe it because I don't want to put boundaries or walls on it. And but this higher intuition, this divinity that we have inside, and the more connected that I become with this, and the more involved that I become with this zero state, or this muah state, as I call it, the Tao call it, the less and less interested I am with going into the old frameworks or the old structures that want to keep us as slaves to it. So what the slave idea, man, there was somebody who I was talking to, and he was explaining how during the slave trade, you had slave masters, and the slave masters would keep the slaves in line to do the work. But one day, somebody came up with this awesome idea to create money, and anybody who wanted to earn money would just work for it. And so the slave masters became the slaves working for that money, and the slaves no longer needed chains because they were also working for that money. So the money was the invisible chains that they lived in, and we do today. And not only that, like, we have to work even harder to keep our property, to buy food, to buy medical care, to buy everything that is possibly needed. I mean, even air is eventually going to be something that we have to pay for, and water. And I mean, we already pay for water. So those are the structures, and where this paradigm shift is happening, the people are not running away from themselves or trying to hide. They're literally checking out of the systems that have corrupted us and held us in visible chains that we can't see. But this isn't true for everyone, right? Like, a lot of people are just diving that much deeper into what the world wants to constrict them around. But I just thought that it's really cool to see this unfolding where there's like two paths diverging. And I know the irony of me sharing a message on the very structures that keep our attention hijacked. But I mean, there's not going to be a lot longer where I can get my voice out here and share it with the world. But I do know that the more people who are checking out, the more content they're watching, as far as like real people talking about real shit. And so I'm just really excited to be a part of this. And I really appreciate those of you who do watch my content. And like, I cannot wait to hear how you have done this quiet quitting that the media is like turning into this bad thing and crucifying or shaming the people who are doing it. Dude, fuck all that. If that's what you want to do, fucking do it. It doesn't matter what the media or anybody said. It doesn't matter what your parents say, what your loved ones think, what your friends think. If you are literally vibing at a higher level than all of those people, vibe that way, dude. Vibe that way, for sure. So just a quick message for y'all. I love you. Peace.